The figure got closer and then crouched down in front of me. And that's when I saw its face, or what's supposed to be a face. This happened to me just a few years ago. I used to live in a small town, and I had a best friend named Ethan. We are neighbors. Whenever we want to have supper, we will ride our bicycle to this little spot where they sold really good fried noodles. It was kind of our regular place, a secluded roadside stall run by a local family. A lot of people like to hang out there at night. The store owner would hang up this big white sheet and project the football matches onto it. It wasn't fancy or anything, but it was like a small community gathering. People would sit around with their noodles and drinks, cheering or cursing when their team missed a goal. It sat right next to a long stretch of highway, not much traffic, not many people, and barely any lights. The kind of place that felt peaceful but a little eerie at night. So that night, me and Ethan felt hungry again. We hopped on our bikes and we made way to the store. To get there, we had to pass through the long stretch of highway with only few road lamps scattered here and there. Most of the road was just darkness. When we arrived, we ordered our usual. We sat there, eating, chatting about school, life, and talk about normal stuff. After we were done, we got back on our bikes and started heading home. Ethan suddenly shouted, "Race! We're going to race home!" And he took off ahead. I had eaten a little bit too much, so I stayed back, cycling slower. Ethan noticed and kept a steady distance in front of me, just far enough to tease, but not enough to actually leave me behind. We weren't talking anymore. We were just enjoying the night ride, calm and quiet. The road was lined with forest on both sides. The only sounds were our tires, some crickets, and the breeze. But then I saw something. Not far ahead of Ethan, someone stepped out from the bushes and walked towards the road. I slowed down, squinting to see clearer. It was a figure, dirty, wearing a long white gown. The face is covered by the long hair completely, and the gown was so old and stained. It looked like it hadn't been washed in years. I couldn't tell it was a man or a woman. It was too dark, but the white gown made the silhouette clear enough. It was just a few meters in front of Ethan. At first, I thought maybe it was a homeless person or someone who needed help. But then Ethan, he just rode past the person. He didn't slow down. He didn't say anything. He didn't even look at the figure. It was like he didn't see it at all. And now it was my turn. I was getting nervous. My instincts were telling me to turn back. But there was no other way home. Ethan just rode past him. I should be okay, right? I told myself. So I did what everyone would do. I acted like I didn't see it. I kept cycling. As I passed by the figure, I turned to look back. And the figure was still there. Same spot, same posture, standing silently in the night. When we got home, I immediately asked Ethan about it. "Did you see that person on the road?" I asked. He looked at me, confused. "What person?" The one in the white gown that just walked out from the bushes? You didn't see him?" I didn't see anyone. I didn't know what to think. My whole body felt cold. If Ethan really didn't see it, then what did I see? That night, I had a dream. I woke up feeling freezing cold. My body was stiff. And when I opened my eyes, I wasn't in my bed. I was lying on the highway, the exact same stretch of road we cycled through. The air was cold and completely silent. I sat up and I saw it again. The same figure standing just a few meters in front of me. And this time, it started walking towards me. I tried to scream, but my voice cracked. I scrambled back on the road, arms flailing in panic. The figure got closer and then crouched down in front of me. And that's when I saw its face, or what's supposed to be a face. It was all bone, just skull, bits of dry skin stuck to it. I screamed and screamed, hoping it was just a nightmare. And then I woke up, back in my room. I looked around, completely drenched in sweat. Nothing was there. The next morning, I told Ethan again. I told him everything about the dream. About the person didn't have a face, about how real it felt. He was a bit weirded out, but he brushed it off. Maybe your brain just messing with you? Wanna go back to check the place out? In the daytime? I'm shocked, but I agreed. So after school, we went. We cycled back to the same stretch of highway, parked at the side of the road, walked into the bushy area where the figure came out. I showed Ethan the exact spot where I had seen the figure. He looked around, then he said, let's go in deeper. We pushed into the bushes. I started doubting myself again. Maybe it was really just a bad dream. Then Ethan stopped. He pointed ahead. What's the white thing? Over there. We walked closer, and we found out. A body, or what was left of it. It had been there for a long time. Just a skeleton now. But the thing that got to me was, it was wearing the same white gown, the same one I saw yesterday. We were in shock. We called the police right away. The police came, cordoned off the area, asked us some questions, and then told us to leave. A few months later, we saw it on the news. The skeleton we found belonged to a woman who had been gone missing for 5 years. She was from a nearby town. Apparently, she had been murdered and left there. They even found a rusty 3-inch knife in a nearby creek, believed to be the murder weapon. And the killer is her own husband. He had murdered her after an argument in the car, supposedly when she confronted him about cheating. What I saw on the road was her. She showed herself to me. I don't know why. Maybe she wanted someone to find her. Maybe she was looking for help. All I know is I'm glad we found her, and I hope she's finally at peace.